Hello there. I just received a package from a good friend of mine. So we have some goodies that we're going to look at. Let's do this. And we may change the camera angle again depending on how things go. This is one of those, I think this is one of the, if it fits, it ships kind of packages, or boxes that you get from the post office. If they're still doing that. I don't know. But it opens from the side. I was looking for it to open from the top, and it doesn't. If I could get my hands to quit trembling, I'd be doing real good. But I don't reckon that's going to happen. I think I'm pretty much past that point in my life. Which is okay. So we're gonna, and I know what some of this is, I think, but I don't know what all he's got in here. But this is from him. You will probably be the first to feature this live on YouTube. This line on YouTube. This is Smoky Mountain Knife Works Old Forge line. It's a new line of knives like the Marples knives or the Rough Rider knives. And it's along the same lines as far as the price and affordability and all of that. This is the orange bone, smooth bone orange Stockman. These blades are D2 on this particular line, but this is a new line coming out, just coming out. So I am looking forward to, we'll do a video on this knife, and we will do a sharpening on this knife. Wow, I think I have some stones. I knew I had one, but I think I might have more than one. I'm pretty sure this is another knife. He told me a couple of things he was sending, but obviously he's sending more. Thank you, Wayne. This is a knife that I keep in here in this office, and I can see right now that I've used it too many times in here, and it needs a refresh. There's another. What is that? Is that packing material of some kind? No, it was a rubber band he used to close that with, I think, and it broke. It says, make it perfect. I'll be watching you. Awesome. I know you will, my friend. I know you will. This is the Rough Rider, a Rough Rider denim micarta. It's the Rough Rider 2186. Lovely. That's a fantastic knife. Absolutely gorgeous. These are awesome. Big fat, I believe, and they're carbon steel. Big fat sheep's foot. This is like a screaming good work knife. Just, and it has a big pin blade as well. Just awesome knife. It's I believe it's called a half hawk, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful knife. Beautiful. Thank you. That's awesome. That is awesome. And I've got a trash can under here, but I think the thing is full. Where am I? Alright, here we go. It's sticking on something. That's a wooden box. Make sure there's nothing else in here, no more notes or anything of the sort. Yeah, no, just packing material, good deal. Alright, let's get that out of the way. I know what this is. This is one of the Indias that I do not have. This brings the India line of all stones that I have up to all of them now. And this is something that if you, no matter what kind of sharpening stones that you use, you should have a course. This is an India course, if I'm not mistaken. Generally what I do is I get my finger up under there like that. This is a Norton course India. A course is something you should have to do things like repair damage to the bevel of a knife, or in my case a knife, or tools like a chisel or a plane blade or something like that. These are fantastic. India stones are probably my favorite oil stone. The crystallines are really good stones. And if you're trying to remove a boatload of metal really fast, you won't beat them. This is very fast as well. But the crystalline has him beat because the crystalline is a friable stone. It lets off grit sort of like a water stone would. It wears more, but it cuts really fast, but it leaves a rougher surface. But if you're trying to move a lot, I mean a lot of material all at once, the crystallines can't be beat. But this right here, that right there is a fantastic stone. The thing about the Norton India stones, the Norton crystalline stones, that you should understand is that for the money that you're going to spend on these stones, under 30 bucks usually, okay, you're not going to beat the cutting ability of these stones for that price, and you're not going to beat the quality of the Nortons. You're just not. It's not happening. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm wondering now what this is. He's got like a typed or printed, I can't tell from here, through this packing, this bubble wrap, but we'll see here in a minute. This is another thing that I love about oil stones, particularly Arkansas and other. They come in wooden boxes. This is class. It doesn't matter. I don't care. A wooden box is class. You'll see a lot of the old time woodworkers would take the crystallines and the Indias and make up a wooden box for them. And any old timer that has a good old fashioned knife and does not have one of these is likened to a man who goes to church wearing a $100 silk necktie and doesn't have his breeches on. Oh, yes. Oshita. Gorgeous. Looky there. Looky, dude. My friend. That right there, we're going to have some fun with this. Because we're going to, these knives, they're new. When I get a new knife, I always reprofile the edge to my hand, because when you do hand sharpening, you're going to have an angle that is pretty much uniquely yours. Your hand is going to fall at a certain angle. Now, hopefully it'll be within the 22 to 25-ish angle, you know, that, or whatever angle it is that you like to use. But there's going to be variance there. But I also like to do it because knives that come from a factory, they're sharpened on like a 60 grit aluminum oxide or silicon carbide sanding belt. Okay, and they get really sharp, but they're a really rough edge and the grinds are really rough. And so I like to get that out of the blade. And that right there, that right there is gonna make this job a whole lot of fun. Look, my friend, I cannot thank you enough. I have wanted one of these. Now I have another Washita that he gave me that's a different type. It's a more modern take on a Washita. That comes from the Norton mine. It's a good stone as well. But this one right here, I can look at this stone and hold this stone and feel this stone and see. And because he's prepped this, he's 60 to 90 on this side. You see that? This is the way that he marks his stones. And this is 150 to 220. And that means that he's prepped the surfaces differently on this stone. That's one of the things about Arkansas stones that, and these natural stones, that make them very versatile, because this stone will cut differently depending on which side I use. So I'm going to really have fun with this. But I'm going to enjoy every bit of this. This is one heck of a haul. Thank you, my friend. You know I'm going to use them. You know I'm going to use them. Bless you. And you should be going there, like that. Gorgeous. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned. Bless you. Later.